Hello, welcome to An Abundance of Books. My name is Julia, and today we're going over my February TBR. This month, it's Blackathon. If you missed the Year of Readathon's announcement, a playlist will be linked down below, but this month we're doing Blackathon, which is run by Jessie from Bowties and Books, and I will link their announcement video down below. They will do a much more coherent job of explaining this than I will. But it sounds like Blackathon's working quite differently than it did in the past. Before, this is one of those team-based readathons, and before the teams were all based on genre, but this year the teams are all genre agnostic, shall we say, which is very good for me because I definitely get burned out on reading too much of one genre, so works really well for me. Every team has 4 prompts and then a book club prompt, and I am going to be joining 2 teams. I'll explain. I tried really hard to only do one team, but I'm going to be doing the prompts for Team Hot Sep Soot. I have to look it up every time I say it because it doesn't feel right. Hot Sep Soot, I think is what I said, which is Egypt's longest running female pharaoh, and it is based on aspects of her life and right in the prompts are. The only thing that I won't be doing from this team is the group book because it's She Would Be King, which I looked up briefly and it said magical realism, and magical realism's a big no-no for me, so I thought it would just be better for everybody if I picked a different group book. The second group book is Riot Baby, which I've already read, so I'm not doing that one. So then the third team, which is Team Ocean, their group book is called Fake It Till You Bake It by Jamie Wesley. And it looks super fun and cute and palette cleansery, so that was a very easy pick for me. But we'll talk through the other 4 books that I'll be reading for Hot Sep Soot. Prompt number 1 is a book by a trans Black diasporic author. For that, I'm going to be reading Even Though I Knew the End by C.L. Polk. I read C.L. Polk's previous book, I think it's previous, maybe they've had one more, The Midnight Bargain, which is one of the most stunning books that I own, and I hated it with every fiber of my being. But this new book is a Tor novella, so immediately gonna be good. And it's a sapphic story about these women tracking down a serial killer, I want to say. I realize having a dedicated TBR video is difficult when you don't know anything about synopses, but this one has been getting great buzz, and having a novella in a readathon is huge, so I'm very excited to get to it. Prompt number 2 is a book with a Black girl protagonist who is not afraid to be loud, confrontational, or take up space. So this is hard because I haven't read the book. I don't know if this is going to be the characterization of the character, but I'm hopeful that at least by the end she'll be loud and confident. The book is House of Hunger by Alexis Henderson. This is something I meant to read last year. This is the only book from the Literally Dead book club that I didn't read. Just ran out of time or interest, but I do want to read it, so we're getting to it this month. What do I know about this? It's about racism and vampires, probably. This is another one that's had nothing but good buzz, so I have utmost faith in it. Prompt number 3 is an impressive creative architecture or in one place. This is interesting, and I think could really work for something if you had like a dark academia book that you wanted. It's like all set at a college or something. This is the one that I feel like I am the least going with the prompt on. It might still count for the prompt, but let's go with me. The time-space continuum. All set in one place, but place is dependent on time. So what if it was all one time? I'm just leading to 7 Days in June by Tia Williams. This is mostly just because this is a book that I really want to read, and it was kind of the only place that it slotted in, so I'm going with it. Creative architecture, I think, could also broadly apply to a creative premise or like pitch for the book, because I know this is about 2 writers who had a one-night stand, I think, and have been thinking about each other and writing each other into each other's books ever since, and then they have one magical week to rekindle something. I don't think it's quite as light and fluffy as I have made it sound, but nothing good things, so it's gonna be great. Big 5-star potential on that one too. Prompt number 4 is a book about lavishly wealthy people or something that deals with class, and for that I'm going to be reading The Kindred by Alechia Dow. I don't remember how I stumbled across this. I feel like it's probably because it's called The Kindred, and Kindred is one of the most well-known classics of all time, but this is definitely not that. It is a utopian, dystopian, who knows, future where everyone is like a bonded pair somehow. Is it soulmates? I don't think so. I think it's more just like you're connected. I haven't read the book, I'll tell you and find out. There will be a vlog for all of these books. But you're magically tied to this other person. And so our story follows two characters, one who is a lowly poor girl and one who's a prince or an heir to a throne, something like that. And they get tangled together for machinations. I'm really excited the book and I'm not doing it justice. Let me just read you the Goodreads. We've got our two characters. Joy is poor and Felix is rich and royal. Then the royal family is assassinated, putting Felix next in line for the throne and accused of the murders. Someone will stop at nothing until he's dead, which means they'll target Joy too. Meeting in person for the first time as they steal a spacecraft and flee amid chaos will not be ideal, and neither is crash landing on a strange backward planet called Earth. Oh, okay, yeah, I'm gonna stop reading. I'm thrilled. What score does this have on Goodreads? 3.68. I would like it to be higher, but maybe I can contribute to that higher rating. And then prompt number 5 is the book club book, which we've already talked about. So that's it. It's a short, sweet TBR. I'm very happy about half of these things have audiobooks too, which will really be helping me because I'm still struggling to focus. And as I mentioned, there will be a vlog for this readathon, and I'm excited to get to it. There's other prompts in the announcement video, like Instagram stuff and live shows and stuff. Won't necessarily be doing those. I find live shows super awkward, but I'm very excited for a Blackathon. So let me know. Comment down below if you are planning on participating and what your TBR is. I always appreciate recommendations like this. And I will see you very soon in another video. Bye.